Quavo surprised his mom with a car for her birthday and penned sweet message to her. It was a moment that blended heartfelt emotion with a flash of luxury, a powerful tribute from a son to the woman who raised him. Quavo Marshall, better known to the world as Quavo, one-third of the Atlanta rap trio Migos and a chart-topping solo artist in his own right, did something that turned heads and warmed hearts alike. On the day his beloved mother celebrated her birthday, Quavo went all out, not with just a few roses or a dinner out, but by presenting her with a brand new car, wrapped in an oversized bow, and a message that resonated deeper than any engine could ever roar. The car gleamed under the Georgia sun, its glossy paint reflecting not only the light but also years of hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering support that Quavo had received from his mother. For those who have followed Quavo's journey, from the modest streets of Gwinnett County to global superstardom, this was more than a birthday gift. It was a symbol of gratitude, of triumph over struggle, and of love returning home. The video, which quickly circulated online, showed the rapper leading his mom toward the surprise with an infectious grin that gave away just enough. As the vehicle came into view, her eyes widened, her hand flew to her mouth, and that moment, raw and real, was captured forever. But Quavo didn't stop at the car. In true son fashion, he poured out his feelings in a touching message that pulled at the heartstrings of fans everywhere. "Happy birthday, Mama Huncho," he wrote, using the nickname that connects him to his iconic persona. "You deserve the world. Thank you for being my biggest supporter, my rock, my everything. I wouldn't be here without your strength, your love, and the lessons you taught me. This is just a small token of how much I love you." Those words, simple yet powerful, hit differently when you understand the context. Quavo's mother, Edna Marshall, played a central role in his upbringing. She wasn't just a mother, she was the foundation. Raising Quavo and his relatives, including the late Takeoff, who was more like a son than a nephew, she provided stability and discipline in a home that knew its fair share of challenges. Through the highs and lows, she remained a constant, guiding her children with grace, patience, and an unshakable belief that they were destined for something greater. For Quavo, this birthday surprise wasn't just about giving back. It was about celebrating a woman who had quietly fought battles behind the scenes so her son could one day win wars in front of the world. He has spoken in interviews about how his mom encouraged him to pursue music, even when the odds were stacked against him. She believed in his vision when it was nothing more than a dream formed in bedrooms and basements. She showed him how to stand tall when people underestimated him and to move with humility when they didn't. In that light, the car becomes more than a car. It becomes a tribute. A celebration. A thank you that no award or hit record could ever properly say. Social media lit up with praise and admiration. Fans were touched by the gesture, not because of the luxury of the car, but because of the sincerity behind it. In a world where headlines often showcase drama, this was something pure, a reminder that at the heart of every celebrity is a human being with people they deeply love and cherish. As footage of the birthday surprise circulated, so did stories from longtime fans, many of whom began sharing their own experiences of giving back to the people who raised them. For many, Quavo's act of generosity was more than entertainment, it was inspiration. It reminded people of their own mothers, grandmothers, aunts, and guardians who went without so their children could have more. His gesture wasn't just personal, it was universal. It struck a chord. It felt honest, relatable, and rare. What made the moment even more emotional was the context of loss that still lingers around the Migos family. The tragic death of Takeoff in late 2022 left a void in the hip-hop world, and an even deeper wound in their family. Quavo and his mom were hit hard by the loss, and since then, their bond seems to have only strengthened. In the wake of unimaginable grief, small moments of joy, like surprising a mother with a car, take on even more meaning. They become part of a healing process. A way of reminding each other that life, though fragile, is still worth celebrating. Quavo has always had a reputation for showing love to the people who helped him rise. Whether it's gifting friends, giving back to his hometown, or shouting out his loved ones in his music, he's never been shy about paying it forward. But this moment stood out because it was so deeply personal. No flashing lights, no staged theatrics, just a man honoring the woman who made him. Fans also noted how calm and humble Quavo was in the clip. He wasn't performing for the camera. There were no dramatic speeches or staged reactions. He simply stood there, soaking in his mother's joy, holding back his own emotions while watching hers spill over. It was real. And in today's world, where so much of social media is curated and manufactured, authenticity like that is rare and cherished. The car itself? A luxury SUV with top-tier features, no doubt, the kind of vehicle that turns heads in every lane. But again, that wasn't the point. It could have been any car, really. What mattered most was what it represented: years of hard work, late nights worrying about bills, early mornings spent packing lunches or showing up at school functions, and all the quiet, thankless things that mothers do out of love. Quavo's gift was a way of saying, "I see you now. I always did. And I never forgot." And fans responded. Comment sections were filled with emojis, crying faces, heart hands, and fans saying how they were moved to tears. Some wrote that they were inspired to call their moms or do something kind for a loved one. Others simply thanked Quavo for sharing such an intimate, beautiful gesture with the world. In the era of social currency, this was emotional wealth, and Quavo was sharing it. Many people forget just how influential mothers are in the lives of public figures. Behind every big star is often someone who worked quietly, in the shadows, making the sacrifices that allowed greatness to shine. Quavo has always acknowledged that. His music, though often braggadocious and flashy, is filled with nods to his roots. He's never hidden where he came from. And more importantly, he's never forgotten who helped get him there. The act of gifting his mother a car also echoes what many in hip-hop culture have done before, from Jay-Z to Kanye West to Drake. Honoring one's mother has become an unspoken rite of passage. But with Quavo, the moment carried a different tone. It wasn't flashy for the sake of being flashy. It wasn't a PR stunt. It was simple, tender, and beautifully understated. It was the kind of love that doesn't need words to be understood, but when words are spoken, they come out poetic, honest, and unforgettable. There's also something to be said about the timing. Quavo has been more reflective in recent months. The grief over Takeoff's passing has clearly reshaped his worldview. He's spoken about family more, about cherishing time, and about moving with intention. This birthday surprise for his mother fits into that evolution, showing that he's not just thinking about legacy in terms of music, but in terms of love, family, and the people who matter most. As Quavo continues to navigate life in the public eye, balancing fame, grief, and responsibility, moments like this give fans a glimpse into who he truly is behind the scenes. Not the rapper in the spotlight, not the hitmaker or fashion icon, but the son. The man who remembers being a boy raised by a strong woman. The man who, despite his millions, still knows that the richest parts of life are found in the simplest gestures of love. And perhaps that's why this moment has resonated so widely. It's not just about one mother and one son. It's about all of us. About the people who gave us life and shaped us into who we are. About the gratitude we carry, even if we don't always show it. Quavo's gesture was a reminder, a powerful one, that no matter how far we go, we carry our roots with us. And sometimes, the best way to honor those roots is to say thank you. Loudly. Proudly. And with a brand new car.